My name is Alex, and I'm a 21-year-old trader attempting to master the stock market to potentially one day join the very few who make a living out of this. So, we're going to talk about Google stock today. So, essentially, we've been in an uptrend since inception, since the whole stock began back in, 2016 or whatever. But recently, what I'm more interested is this trend since 2023 to all the way to 2025 today. We've been on an uptrend, and if you don't know what an uptrend is, it's essentially lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and on the opposite side, higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. That is essentially what an uptrend is. And what you're looking at now is the weekly time frame here. So every candle represents 1 week worth of time. Let's move down to the 1 day now. So now in this case, every candle represents 1 day worth of time. And let's zoom out a little bit here. So clearly we've been in an uptrend, right? But look closely. We're kind of breaking below this trend right here, the trend line that I drew. This is a trend line that I drew here. And I'm going to talk about how I plan to make money off of this recent activity here, and how you could potentially make some money too. But that's not a guarantee. Obviously, you're likely going to lose money, actually. The market is a very dangerous place to put your money in, and I suggest you just trade fake money on a simulated account. But if whatever you want to do with this information, here it is. So recently, if you look at the time when the price actually came to this trend line here, it just bounced back pretty quickly to the upside again. So that was one. There's another one. Price came down, bounced pretty quickly, and if you want to count this one again, it came down and bounced pretty quickly. And even over here, we came down, bounced pretty quickly. But recently, actually like last week, price came down here, and it actually gapped down here to this level. And we've just been staying here for like the past literally 1 week of just stalling here. So that means that there isn't enough buyers to drive the price back up to these levels over here. So that tells me that, well, the bears are in control. And if you look at the general market through indexes like the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, the Dow Jones, whatever you're looking at, they are all in a downtrend, or not in a downtrend yet, but they're all just coming down pretty aggressively like this. So what that tells me is, get ready to start shorting the market, you guys. And yes, so on Monday when the market opens, I'm essentially going to look for price to move down below these candles right here. So I'm going to look for more confirmation essentially. So this is already good confirmation, but sadly on Friday we did get a green candle, or a white candle, whatever your colors are. But I'm going to look for a black candle in my case, but a red candle in your case probably, to give me more confirmation that the sellers are actually still in the game right now. So if that happens, I'm going to sell short. And if you're not familiar with that term, it's essentially making money when prices go down. So yes, and that may come to a shock to some of you guys, but you could make money when prices come down. That is called going short or shorting a stock. And yes, I'm going to look for the price to come down a little bit lower, and then I'll jump in here to make money on the downside. And with that being said, so where am I going to put my stop loss, and where is going to be my target? Well, just zoom out a little bit and you'll see where the most logical place to put your target is. And that could be another trend line, which I do have another trend line over here, but to me this trend line is just a little too absurd. It's too far and unrealistic. So I'm just going to go to support level, which in my case is going to be around right here. Actually, in everyone's cases, this is the strongest support that there is in the whole Google chart. So if you try to find a better one, good luck with that. That's probably the best one you'll find here. So not a bad one. This is essentially 150 to 165. So you're looking at about a $10-15 profit here if it does reach this level right here. So this is going to be my target if I do jump in around the 150 area right here. And stop loss. So now that we have our target, we got to find our stop loss. Stop loss could be easily found if you go into the 4-hour time frame. At least this is what I like to do, just because it gives me a little bit of a tighter stop loss, which I like having tight stop losses. So you want to do the exact same thing. Draw a trend line on the 4-hour time frame here, just a much tighter one and a much smaller one. So in this case, it would be something like this. So let's say we jump in on Monday right here, like around 162. our stop loss would be right above this blue line, so it'll probably be like around 168. Yeah, 168 would be a good stop loss. And another thing you could do is go back to the daily time frame here. And yeah, this trend line gets a little distorted once you go from the 4 hour to the daily time frame here. But what you could do also is use that same candle as the stop loss. Just put the stop loss right above the candle. But in my case, I think I may use this candle right here, where the gap began. So my stop loss would be somewhere around 168. That would be a really good stop loss right there. Just a hard stop loss, so no matter what, you'll take your loss at that level right there. But let me go over another scenario that is going to happen like often when you use this strategy. So let's say the price does come way down here, but it doesn't hit the target just yet, but the price just bounces a little bit higher, so it doesn't actually touch your target. You don't get to take your profit, and the price just bounces up here. Well, that's where this trend line comes in. Remember that the 4 hour time frame, jump in there. Jump in the 4 hour time frame here. Let's zoom out a little bit. And yeah, so let's say the price does come down here to near the 150 area, your target, but it just bounces right back up here. Obviously, you don't want to give back your gain, so the price is going to come down here to 150. It's going to bounce right up here, and before you know it, the price probably will just stop you out with a loss all the way over here. So you want to you want to get out of the trade before that happens, and that's where this trend line comes in here. So again, it's going to be somewhere around here, and hopefully by the time the price reaches or tries to reach your target and potentially bounces, it'll be like somewhere around right here where you'll have to take you'll get stopped out. But you'll get stopped out with a profit. You'll at least be in here with a 1-to-1, 1-to-1.5, or even a 1-to-2. So at that point, if you're risking $50, you'll be up like 100 or 150. You'll take a loss. It won't actually be a loss. Obviously, you'll be profiting, but you'll get stopped out. And that's the way you want to be trading. You guys obviously trailing your stop. Make sure you lock in the gains that are unrealized, and that's pretty much it, you guys. If you guys did not find value in this video, just unsubscribe or leave a comment and give me some advice or whatever. But I think this is a very valuable lessons here. How to actually, I mean, I gave you guys everything, the whole rundown here of what I'm going to do on Monday potentially. Of course, I need to see more confirmation, but I think the market is likely going to continue moving downward. Another statistic that I want to share with you guys is the probability of a recession happening in a Republican party. When a Republican party is running the country, it's a 75% chance that we will fall into a recession with the Republican Party. And if you don't believe me, just look it up. It's a pretty simple statistic, pretty easy to analyze. And the reason for that is probably because Republicans are a little bit more aggressive. And that's not to say that it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not really going to talk about politics right now, but that's just a statistic. And so far right now, the market is down like 10%, I want to say, from the highs, and it's not officially a recession till it's 20%. So there's definitely a lot of more room to go to the downside, and I'm definitely going to get involved in that and make some money. And if you guys think I'm just talking out of my ass, I'm currently shorting right now Johnson & Johnson, another good stock. The best one, I'm also shorting DraftKings right here. As you can see, I'm up 32, but the best one is Costco right here. I'm shorting just five shares, not a lot, and I'm already up 140, I think. I forgot to check, but this is the example of exactly what I'm looking for on the Google trade. So again, uptrend, clear uptrend, 100% clear uptrend. There's no arguing against that. But look, we broke that uptrend right here, this level right here, and what a coincidence that volume just started to pick up, and we just started seeing this aggressive move to the downside. So to be quite frankly, we didn't hit our target. We didn't hit our target on Friday. As you can see, we got a little green white candle here. But again, that's where we have the trailing stop. Let's go to the 4 hour time frame. And worst scenario, the price continues to move up, and we just get stopped out as soon as we break above this little trend line, and we'll get stopped out for a 1-to-1. So I'm risking $70 in this trade. If we get stopped out, we're gonna get stopped out with the $70 profit. So that's why it's important to make sure to trail your stop loss, just so you can lock in those profits that are already just to lock in some profits. Obviously, you don't want to just be up 140 and then let the market just completely go against you and end up taking a loss when you were up already a good amount at some point. But so far it's good. I mean, I'm willing to give it another day, 2 days, and see what happens. Maybe it will reach our target at 865. Our average is like what is it, 930, so we got a really good price on it right there. And yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, that Google trade, I'm going to be looking at, like, watching it like a hawk. Hopefully the price does come down a little bit more on Monday. And yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you guys found value in it, please let me know. And if you didn't find value, please let me know how I could improve. Leave a like, you guys, comment, and subscribe. Stay focused, you guys.